Sunday night here in the Multi-Faith Center at Wellesley College, my CD release concert and party, featuring, well, all sorts of great music from the new CD and really fantastic guest musicians like Dave Chalfant, who produced the CD and plays all over it, and Jim Henry, who also plays a bunch of instruments on it, and Jenny Goodspeed, who's an amazing, amazing harmony singer, and also other things, but she'll be singing harmony with me. And a couple of my local music friends will come join me on a couple songs as well. So that's going to be here on November 21st at 8 p.m. on the Wellesley College campus. It's called At Home in This Town, and that's a line from the song Crawfordsville, Indiana, which is probably my favorite song that I've ever written. And so I like that the title track comes from my favorite song. I've been pretty much working on it since the last CD came out in 2007. So in fact, one of the cuts on this CD, the Chicken song, I played as the encore to my last CD release show because it was the first song I wrote when I finished that CD. So I've been writing since December 2007, although one song I wrote when I was in high school. So that got pulled out of the archives and put onto the CD. I like the sentiment of At Home in This Town because a lot of the songs are really about people coming to terms with the situations they find themselves in, and ultimately my songs are pretty optimistic. People often are having a hard time or in hard situations, but I see the good in it, so they are at home in their towns. I love writing songs because they come from all over the place. Often I'll get a line in a dream. I was actually just telling somebody that the song Crawfordsville, Indiana, I wrote in part because I saw a book called 7 Authors of Crawfordsville, Indiana, that was like from the 1950s in a used bookstore, and I just loved that phrase. And so I walked around New York City and lines about Crawfordsville, Indiana came into my head. So it's often about the words. I'll get some words, just a few, and then I'll try to figure out what's the story that those words are trying to tell. Yeah, the last CD, people liked it, and they contacted me and asked if I would come play in their places. So I went to Tallahassee, and I went to Italy, and all sorts of really interesting places. In fact, almost all those shows came about because people heard the CD and got in touch with me and said, we'd like you to come to our town. Some of them heard it on the radio. The Tallahassee concert came because somebody who did know me bought a copy of the CD and gave it to his brother, and his brother lived in Tallahassee, and his brother really liked my stuff. So it's, it finds its way. I love that this music goes all over the place without us knowing how. Come to the CD show. It's going to be great. There's going to be cake. What more could you want? Cake and music. Sunday night. What is it? Sunday night, November 21st, 8 p.m. The Multi-Faith Center at Wellesley College.
And fire were the ones who were pretty and white. She had to stay here for the sake of her daughter, though neighbors would not meet her eye. When no one will help you, her parents had taught her, you turn to your kin to get by.